Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We are the Newcomers, and some of you have been with us for 7 years, so you know who we are. But for those of you that don't, we're retirees. We live in the Villages, Florida.
Right at the center of the state, and we're about an hour and a half from the beach on both sides.
Yeah, about an hour north of Orlando, in the world's largest retirement community. And we share our goings-on, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fun every day, we hope.
We do. And we have a fantastic show for you today, but it's going to be different. We never approach, or is it broach? Let's say broach. Political topics. We don't. We're a politics-free channel, but events this week have kind of forced us to address some of it, and we're not going to get too into politics, but we've had some hate mail, and we want to show you some of that. We get it on a regular basis. Why? I don't know, because we don't talk politics, but we live in an area that has long been deemed a conservative hotbed. And there are many conservative people here, but it's changing. There are people of different political parties, different religions, different ethnicities, and we don't approach all that. Everybody's the same to us.
Yes.
But on today's show, we get hate mail.
And the viewer worries if they're going to fit in here politically.
Turning a neighbor in for a violation.
Is the Villages handicap accessible?
A new bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. If there was a leak under one of your sinks in your house, how would you know it other than the water running out? You'd want to get an early warning. On this week's Bubble Wrap, I'm going to show you how you can find out if there's a leak down here on your phone.
All that and more.
Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Welcome, everybody, and we're so glad you're with us today. It is a lovely weather here in the Villages. It is the kind of weather that you want to write home about.
Yeah, the sun's peeking out. It looks so pretty. I kind of want to go swimming.
It's postcard weather, and it's really the weather we wait for all year, so we can do anything we want without that blistering heat of the summer. And of course, it's mild here year-round, but today is especially good.
It is. You know, September, October, November is my favorite part of the Villages.
Yeah, me too. I think so.
It's so pretty. And, you know, you can go swimming if you want, and it's not barreling down heat, and the humidity's lifted. So we love this time of year.
We certainly do. Well, let's start off today's show with a viewer video. This is Tim.
Hey, Jerry and Linda. This is Tim from Atlanta. I recently retired, and my wife and I are considering moving to the Villages. I was wondering if you're familiar with the types of jobs that are available in the Villages for a recent retiree who is looking to stay busy and maybe earn a little extra income. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Jobs available for retirees in the Villages, there's no shortage. There are rec centers everywhere that hire people to man the desk, to straighten up the chairs on the pool deck, to do all sorts of jobs. And above that, you've got the community watch. You could volunteer for that. There are gatekeepers. There are just a ton of jobs, from landscaping to sprinkler maintenance to
restaurants. We need lots of servers. We need lots of help in the restaurants. But we think there are a lot of jobs here for you.
Right, and a lot of snowbirds. So there are home watch services. People come by and check your home, run your water, make sure everything's good. I mean, we could go on and on and on. But there are millions of jobs. And by the way, we're right in the middle of cities: Wildwood, Leesburg, Fruitland Park, Lady Lake, Bellevue. There are so many little towns around that you could easily find a job in one of those. So if you really need a job, which we do not recommend, we do not recommend that you get a job, but there would be plenty here for you. Thank you for the question. And remember, folks, you can send in your video question. It could be about anything. And we'd appreciate that very much. Here's a letter from Jeff. Jeff says, can you tell me, is 67 too old to move to the Villages? We are 64 and 61, and due to things like kids. We still have a couple of years before we can move there. Will we be too old? I don't know. My tendency is to say absolutely not.
Right.
We were 62 when we moved here. You'll be 67. Hopefully you still got a lot of good years left. And you know what the people that move here when they're 63, 64, 65 say, don't you?
Yes, I do. I wish we'd moved here 10 years earlier.
Yeah. So if you can get here, I'd say get here. We had two friends that didn't move down here until they were almost 80. They came down at 80 and they
Yeah.
enjoyed the rest of their lives here.
Yeah.
And it's a good place to be, let me tell you. You have to just kind of research your own situation and see what it's like for you. And if it feels good, do it.
Did you hear about the spam story here in the Villages?
Oh man, that was a national news story, I think, because of the novel and notorious fellow that went to Sam's Club and urinated on a pallet of Spam and what are those little things? Vienna sausages.
Vienna sausages, yeah.
And he got caught. Some lady saw him, and it's been all over thevillagesnews.com, and quite a story. He's going to avoid jail time.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he's going to. He has to make restitution, though. It says he must pay $8,000 to Sam's Club to
Okay.
replace the goods that he soiled, and he's got to perform 20 hours of community service. But, and check this out, he can buy out his community service for $10 an hour. So instead of working 20 hours, he can pay $200. He's off the hook.
Oh, I'm not sure I agree with that.
Oh, no, for a crime like
No.
spoiling Spam?
No.
Oh, they should throw the book at him.
If someone has community service, they need to do service. They don't open their wallet and give more money. I don't like that. No.
Yeah, but what a story. It made national news. He spotted him urinating in aisle 18. And just think, there's a fellow that wanted a part-time job. He finds one. He's working at Sam's Club, and they say, clean up on aisle 18. There you go, buddy. I told you, no need to be working if you don't have to. We had an anonymous letter, and I can see why it's anonymous, because it deals with turning in a neighbor for a violation. This person says, one of our neighbors just painted his house a most horrible shade of blue. I'm sure it is illegal. Should we report him? How? He never speaks to anyone.
Oh.
Well, I don't know why you included that unless you're trying to let us know that you would talk to him, but he's not approachable. You know, that would always be the first course of action if you felt like you could. But we know a lady here in the Villages that was cursed out and threatened by a man, and it actually caused her to move. So you may not feel comfortable. That's why I personally favor the anonymous reporting system. So how would you report it? Well, first of all, let me tell everybody that there are acceptable shades of paint. And it depends on your neighborhood. It might be different in District 10 than District 9 and so forth. And I don't know of anybody that's been able to paint their home a bright shade of blue. Do you?
No, but that happened back in Indiana, remember? Back behind our house. There was
Oh, yeah.
It was a cobalt blue. It was the brightest blue ever. And I think he was having odds with his neighbor, and he did that for vengeance, I believe. Spite. I believe. But that's just maybe.
I don't know. But it certainly can.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you go out of your house and you look at that eyesore,
Yeah.
and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, we know that, you're going to feel bad. Yeah. So if it's against the rules and you want to report it, you would call the deed compliance office. And you can report it by giving an address. And it depends what neighborhood you live in. Some neighborhoods, anonymous reporting is not allowed now. So if you don't mind him knowing your name, if you live in one of those, you'd have to do that. And then they will send somebody out just to look at it. And they will drive by, take a look from the road. And if they will probably go back and look at that, take some pictures and go back and look at the recommended shades of paint. And if it's not on that list, they'll let him know, and he'll have a certain number of days to correct it. And if he doesn't correct it, I think they fine you maybe $50 a day until you do.
Yeah.
So that's the way you handle it.
You know, when we move here, we have signed a contract saying we agree with our deed compliances. We were supposed to have read them and talk about, you know, the special shades that are in your neighborhood, and it has to be approved. When you paint your home, you have to have approval for the paint color. And so we like that. We just like we don't want people to put polka dots on their house or put murals across their home and stuff. We want it to be uniform and look spick and span. And maybe I'm sound uppity, but that's all about this community feels a bit of pride about how things are kept, and we like that. So I don't know.
I really do like it. That's one reason we moved
Yeah.
from Indiana.
Exactly.
I mean, we wanted the nice, upkept neighborhood. Now, these restrictions, you said you read it at the time of closing, but did you read it?
I'm not sure we read it. It was
Did you read it?
Probably not.
No, you did not. Did I read it? No, I did not.
But we do have a copy of it. It's right over there in the
Yeah, we
drawer.
do. And it's strict. I mean, it's in black and white.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, if I wanted to put a little windmill in my yard, no, can't do it. There's even a big debate about white crosses.
Yeah.
You know, people want to put their religious symbol out there, and it seems innocent, and most people think it is. But the thing is, if somebody puts that white cross out there, somebody could put a little devil out there.
Yeah.
And so they just draw the line at none, you know, so that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you confront him, let us know how it goes.
Yeah. How about a puzzle, everybody?
That's a good idea. Look at your screen there. See if you can figure out this brain twister. Is that right, or is it a tongue twister? No, it's a brain teaser.
Brain teaser.
It's a brain teaser, and you can look at the symbols there. Can you figure it out? I'm going to tell you the answer here in just a minute. You can pause your screen and then push play in a little bit if you want to. I'll bet you've already figured it out, haven't you? I'm going to go ahead and tell you. That's a crayon. What color? Brown. So brown. And what are those three things there? Wood. Brown wood.
Got it.
And there's a pad of paper. Brown wood pad. What's that next thing? It's a dock. Pad, dock, square. Brown wood paddock square. Of course, that's the town square closest to us where they have the nightly entertainment. And thank you for those. We had a very nice lady send us in a bunch of those, and we're going to give you one every now and then, and hope you enjoyed it.
It's time for bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. It's something that homeowners fear. A leak underneath one of your sinks or one of your toilets causing all kinds of damage before you even know about it. This little device here can save you thousands of dollars. It's called a Govee leak detector, and it has a little testing thing here, and it has an alarm that's pretty darn loud. I put it underneath a lot of my sinks where there possibly could be a leak, like this underneath my kitchen sink. If there's a leak in there, I'm going to find out about it. I've placed these detectors under anywhere where there could be a water leak. For instance, my washer. There's one right underneath here. Underneath this sink in my utility room. I have one underneath this sink as well. Here's a simulation of what happens when the detector detects a leak. I'm going to put a couple of drops of water on the detector. And you can see the phone is telling me where it is, Kim's sink, because that's where I got the sensor from. And this will continue to go off. Don't forget your air conditioning. The condensate can cause a leak as well. I have one of my detectors right over here. If there's a leak in here, I'm going to get a notice on my phone. In my house, I have 7 devices, but you can buy as many as you need. They come in a pack of 2, and again, they're rather inexpensive. 2 sinks in our master bath come down in here, and I've got a unit right there underneath the P-trap. So if there's a leak, that's where it's going to occur. A second one underneath my sink over here. Again, underneath the P-trap, if there is a leak, that's going to go off. The app on your phone shows you which of my 7 sensors has the problem. And it all works because of this hub that's plugged in here. Sends the signal to my Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi sends it to my phone no matter where I am, even if I'm not home. I'm Peter Bernard, and that's this week's Bubble Wrap.
Thank you, Peter. I'll tell you what, we've been married 47 years. I could not count on one hand the times we've had leaks. and our floor has been wet. We've ruined several floors because we didn't detect it right away. What a great idea. So thank you for that. Remember, if you have any ideas for Peter to address, just send them in. I'll put his email address in the video description. You may remember a few months ago that we had a little story about a fellow named Raphael. He's the guy that put down our flooring, and he approached us and wanted to give away a prize. And so we said, absolutely, we'd love to do that for our viewers. And we did. And Raphael donated a kitchen backsplash. And whoever won could come in and pick it out, and he would install it. And so we've been waiting to see what happened for that. Angie Noddy was the winner, and she let us know that she was 100% satisfied. She loved it. You can see some pictures of it right here. But we want to thank Raphael for donating that prize to our viewers, and she was tickled to death, and a great job. Appreciate that very, very much.
It's time for Pet of the Week.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. I'm Dan from Northern California. These are my box turtles, Mama Turtle and Echo. They live in a pen in our backyard. Mama Turtle likes hunting worms and bugs. She also enjoys alone time in her flower pot. Echo is also into worms and bugs. Here he is trying to look like a rock. They mostly feed themselves, but a couple times a week I give them boiled eggs, greens, or commercial food. They also get strawberry and blueberry treats occasionally. Here you can see Echo really likes his corn. Towards the end of summer, Mama Turtle digs a nest and lays eggs. She has given me 10 grand turtles so far. This little guy is Speedy Pete. Hope you enjoyed meeting my box turtles.
Well, how about that? You don't see that every day. You know, it's funny though, because just yesterday, our son sent a picture of our grandson, Alden, holding this gigantic gopher tortoise. They are so cool, and they live a long time, and they're so neat. But man, we'd love Gizmo with all our heart, but not having a pet, it's freeing. You know, we can do a lot more with a turtle. He's going to be here for the next 25, 35, 45. If you got yourself a Galapagos tortoise, he might be here for the next 100 years.
Yeah.
But what a cool thing. So, thank you for sending that in. And please send those pet videos in. We absolutely love to see them. We've had all kinds of pets in here, and doesn't necessarily have to be a dog. Thank y'all.
This next question is from Spiffy the dog. Hi, Jerry and Linda. Like your informative videos. 2 questions. Are bird feeders allowed? Bird baths? Are there squirrels? That's 3 questions. Well, number 1, yes, bird feeders are allowed if they're hanging from a tree. I think you have to have special permission to put a post in your yard.
Yeah, I called them, and they said no to the post.
No to the post.
You would still put it on an application and send it, and they would vote on it,
Yeah.
but most likely not.
Yeah.
But if you have a tree like a crepe myrtle tree or a magnolia tree or even a palm tree that you could put a feeder on,
Yeah.
boom, you're all right.
Right.
I think you could even stick them on your windows. You know, they have some with suction cups.
Yeah, maybe so, right?
Now, are
Oh,
there squirrels? Yeah, there are squirrels.
Yeah.
They are here, and they will eat your bird seed, and so will raccoons.
Yes.
So, yep.
And bird baths are fine. We've got one. You just have to keep filling it up.
They're not really fine.
Oh,
No,
oopsie.
I don't think they are fine.
In the backyard?
No, I think that,
Okay.
you'd have to apply, and if a neighbor thought your bird bath was tacky, you might have to remove it.
Well, let me tell you though, we did have a bird bath.
Isn't that bird bath on a pole?
No, it's on a stand. Ooh,
Post?
post, yeah. Okay, so, well, anyway,
We are again.
we're arguing because, well, we did feed the birds for quite a long time. And we got into kind of some trouble because I had the feed in the house in a garbage can, and the bag was open inside the garbage can. And it drew bugs in the house. So we quit the whole thing. And yeah, it had in the lanai, we had a little bitty bugs, and I'm going, oh my gosh. So it was a problem, but the thing is, the more problem is we had raccoons, we had squirrels would come, birds. We did see a sand-tailed crane a couple times coming through and asking for food. But it does bring creatures.
We
to
love
your
to
house.
see the birds. We love it.
We do see creatures, but yeah, and because then after that, then after the raccoons come, then they start to go into your garbage out front.
It's not recommended to feed the birds because this is a bird place.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many.
Yeah.
Here's a question that I'll bet some of you were waiting for. It involves politics a little bit, and later on we're going to talk more about politics. This one says, we're coming for our first visit in a couple weeks. We currently live in a very polarized political area and hate that politics is always in our face. So we're looking to get away from that. Are political signs allowed? We hope not. Is there a resource to read the covenants on these policies? And what is considered political? We lean Republican and are tired of the extremists in our area. Thanks. Well, first of all, we don't go around and quiz our neighbors to ask them how they lean politically. And very few people in our neighborhood post signs, but there are a few that put out election signs. They may put them in their windows. Just yesterday, I saw some up that still said Harris Walls on the window over here on Badger. So, I mean, you can do it, but it's not in your face. No, I would not say that politics is in your face at all. They will announce some parades from time to time, or some they'll have some small organized protests or whatever, but it's not like the news media will show you. No, it's not. It's really not. And we've been able to avoid it for 7 years. Today is the most you're going to hear us talk about it on our show, just because of recent events, and we'll talk about that during Sweet and Salty. And guess what time it is? It's time for Sweet and Salty. We don't like to put a shadow on anything. We like to spread sunshine. And if you could see behind the scenes, you would see that we're going to give you 3 salties this week. No sweets. But if you could see behind the scene, you'd see that we get salties all the time. And it's hard to figure out because I have never sent a salty email or letter to anybody. Have you?
No.
No. And I bet you 99.9% of our viewers have not either. But here are some that we got. This is from Dirty China. Their name. Why does that place give me weird, creepy feelings like you're in communist North Korea? They're talking about the villages. You know, that is a what do you call it? A misconception.
I bet the North Korea residents wish they were here.
Oh, I'm sure. What they see from afar is, like you said, we're spreading sunshine. Well, that's uncommon, right?
Yeah.
People like to spread the dirt. You know, on our shows, frankly, the dirtier the headline we can produce, the more viewers we get. You know, people want to see the dirt. And that's what you think is here. No, this is a nice place.
Yeah.
It's not like communist Korea at all.
Let me add a little bit to that. When they're talking about a weird, creepy feelings, what kind of place? It's not weird and creepy. It's a happy place. We get to go where we want to go, when we want to go. And yes, maybe we go inside at 8:30 or 9, some of us, because we want to be in before the mosquitoes get out or whatever. But we want to be safe. This is a community for 55 plus. So we feel safe here. We like it. We don't feel like we're being stifled by anything. We have a lot of freedoms, really.
Well, yeah, we do. And you wouldn't believe how many letters we get that want to make us feel guilty for enjoying life.
Yeah.
Who wants to make people that are happy unhappy? I don't understand that.
Right.
I don't get it.
No.
Ricky Coleman, though, he wrote this letter. And by the way, we're saying their names tonight because they put it out there in public and they've signed their name on it. So, hey, these Republicans are killing our state. It's all about race and what can I get from you, whatever, white only. You know, I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Well, they may think we're white only, but we're not. We have all kinds of races here. Yeah.
Anybody can move here.
Anybody can move
You know,
here.
the Villages doesn't
Anybody.
ask what race you are. They just ask, do you have enough money to
You
come
have the
here?
money,
That's all they
yeah.
ask. That's all they ask
That's
us.
right.
We bought sight unseen. They didn't know what we wanted.
I didn't know. No. This next salty is from Catherine Morrison. A bunch of fascist old perverts. I wish a sinkhole would open up under that cesspool of idiocy and VD.
Oh, she's nice.
Cesspool of idiocy and VD.
Yeah. And see, that word fascist, especially poignant this week with the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get it. I don't think this is a time when people need to be sending letters like this. You know, wouldn't it be nice if we were all just friendly to each other without any judgment of politics?
Positives. Think
Yeah.
positive, people.
Yeah.
That's the way it's going to get you through your day.
It's a divisive country right now, and we don't want that. And
No.
Anyway, I hope you didn't mind us reading those salty letters. We get them all the time. We want a country where we don't even care what political party people belong to, and we can all get along together, and that's what we do in our neighborhood.
Work together, talk together, solve problems together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would say thank you for those letters, but Kim and Henry from Maryland wrote in, and they say, I'm handicapped and use a power chair to get around at all times. I'm not able to get in and out of it. So, is all of the Villages handicap accessible? Basically, I'm going to say that the Villages is very handicapped accessible. Most of the homes are one level with no steps whatsoever. There's always an exception, so some do, but not many. And as far as the lifestyle, ours was handicapped accessible. The bathroom is handicapped accessible. There's almost always a shower that has a wide door that you could wheel in if that's what you want. I don't think they have any with those handicapped bathtubs. You would have to add that aftermarket. But it's a very handicapped accessible place. The town squares are handicapped accessible.
Right.
Most of the stores downtown and the restaurants, most are handicapped accessible.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would be hard to find any place more handicap accessible than the Villages. Let's look at some celebrity lookalikes. Well, the first one thinks that my bride here looks like Raquel Welch. Oh, Raquel there.
Oh, I wish.
Raquel was a babe back in the day, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I think she's dead now, but she would be about 85 years old, something like that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And Seth wrote us and said that his wife, Dee Dee, gets mistaken for Shelley Long from the show Cheers. They seriously could be sisters, he said. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The picture of this fine-looking man. And he said, wow, he looks like Jerry. What do you think?
No.
That's from Janet and Lenny up in Virginia.
Right.
Yeah, they won our prize last week on a Wednesday night show. So thank you for those. If you know somebody or see somebody that looks like somebody famous, send it in and we'll see if you have found a celebrity doppelganger.
This is an opportunity coming up in the Villages. This week on Wednesday, the catalogs come out at the rec centers, and it's all about the Learn and Grow Expo. So on the 19th, on next Friday, is the Learn and Grow from 10 o'clock to noon, and you can talk to the instructors and ask questions about the available courses that's coming for the fall-winter Academy, the Enrichment Academy, and it's going to be a great time. You can learn all kinds of things. And then the registration starts on the 22nd of September. You can register online, or you can show up and go to the rec centers and do that as well at the regional recs. And then the classes start on October 1st. It's going to be fun. There's going to be like 400 courses that you can take part in if you want.
So people are anxiously awaiting the catalog to come out?
Wait for the catalog.
Like I used to do for Bass Pro, see what they have. We're going
Get
to
the
come out with a new
catalog.
spinning rod or something. Yeah,
The new
nice.
Sears and Penny's catalog. That's fun.
Hey, speaking of entertainment,
Yeah.
we saw the new movie Downton Abbey, the grand finale.
That's right.
That was really good. You know, there's not a lot of action in there, I got to tell you, but you get attached to those characters a
Yeah.
little bit if you've watched the previous episodes. And it's really not, I thought it was a feel-good movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
We went with 6 friends, and there were 6 of us, and we had a good time. And
Yeah.
you know, I think we're still going to start.
We're gonna binge watch and start it all over again
Yeah.
from the back in the very first
Yeah,
episode.
because I've forgotten a lot
We
of
did.
it.
And you know, I think we did miss one season or maybe a movie or two afterwards. We didn't do that. So we're going to go back and
Yeah,
catch up. So
we'll do
it was
that.
good. I hope you all get to see it.
I always forget where we left off.
Yeah.
So she wants to start all the way back at number 1.
All over.
And that's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
We want to thank you for coming along with us. And we hope you enjoyed our video Saturday. We had a little extra video for you on our Easy Go Liberty Elite golf cart. Hope you enjoyed that. We're going to see you again on Wednesday night for another live performance. Linda's been kicking butt on Wednesday nights. Have you all noticed that?
You know what? I like Wednesday Night Live. I just feel like I'm just talking to the camera. I'm not nervous. I just keep going. And sometimes Jerry goes, time to be quiet.
No, I don't. You go, you watch it. I don't tell you to be quiet.
I know. I do enjoy the Wednesday Night Live.
In fact, you're the one that kicks me most of the time.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We kick each other at the table. My turn. If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends, neighbors, relatives, and everyone you know. Until next time.
See you when you get here.